Welcome to Andy Decodes. Sit back and enjoy as we dive deeper down into the rabbit hole and into the unknown.
Hello. Sorry, I just had a mad thing go up with the computer. I don't even know what happened. Sorry about it's one of them nights. Right. Ignore all that. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Andy Decodes. I'm joined by co-host Tommy Cullen to my right, and just down there is our guest, Ash Ellis of UFO Identified. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Andy. Pleasure to be here. Looking forward to chatting with you both.
Yes, it should be good because we did meet, didn't we, up in Manchester? And I think the best thing about that was I'd already booked you on and then met you afterwards. That kind of made it a little bit better. I don't know why. It's just something about it.
Then we walked across the lobby and it was like we kind of met eyes, and you were like, "You Ash?" I was like, "Are you Andy?"
Gone across the room. That's where it was. Yeah, because you know when you look at someone, you think you're 100% sure it's them, but then then you doubt yourself straight away.
I look like an idiot here,
yeah, but is it?
This is if I'm wrong, yeah.
I thought, Joe, if it's not, then they can come on the show anyway. So, yeah, thanks for coming on. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, about UFO Identified, and a bit about the podcast?
I try and do it briefly. When you have so much up there, it's kind of hard to kind of
give us all the detail if you want.
So I started UFO Identified in 2020 during lockdown. Was on furlough for like 18 months during COVID, getting paid to stay at home. So I thought, let's get stuck into the UFO stuff. I've been wanting to do it for years, been interested since I was a kid. I had a sighting when I was 10 years old. Always had that interest. Being on furlough gave me the time to actually do some proper research. So I started UFO Identified because I'm from Manchester and I'm trying to find a local group just to get involved with, kind of do research, go to meetings. I just couldn't find anything. Anything I could find was from like the 90s, early 2000s. There was nothing local at all. So I thought I'd just start it on my own and just do my own thing.
Yeah.
And then that's grew to, there's a core team of 4 of us, and we have 3 meetings a month across the Northwest. We have the biggest database of current day UFO reports in the UK. We host an annual sellout conference in the Northwest. We investigate reports that come into us, and we do lots of stuff in the media, newspapers and TV stuff. It's just gone massively over the past 3 or 4 years. That's kind of a very brief kind of look at what we do. The main thing we do is the database, is this kind of research investigations that we do. And from that, we started the podcast. It was 2 of us originally. This week would be our 3rd year anniversary of the podcast, which is Pursuit of the Paranormal.
Congratulations.
It can be tough. It can
in
be
a funny kind of way.
Very, very tough. It's over 300 episodes we've done. We were doing 3 episodes a week at one point. That then sort of came down to 2 because it was just too much to try and do, as well as UFO stuff as well, and working full time. It was
it's not easy, is
it? It's not. The editing and everything else and the marketing. Then a couple of weeks ago, the co-host stepped down. and my friend Greg. So he sort of kind of left the podcast after 3 years, so I'm flying solo with the podcast now, which is different, but I'm also excited to see how I can kind of develop that going forward.
Yeah. Well, I was saying to you, that similar thing happened with me. Obviously, I'm not going to go into detail, but you kind of then, you have no option then but to push your boundaries. So I'll step out your comfort zone, that extra step again.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely worth doing, 100%.
Because how well we've done, and kind of, I mean, we've been award nominated, we've had some top guests, like thousands of listeners in every episode, every week, and it's like, do you want to just end it? Or like we've worked so hard and built two big other things. I mean, not massive, but it is still relatively big for us. And it's like, do I want to just end it, or I need to carry this on? We built it, let's just carry it on.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, even if it's not big, the amount of work and effort and research and time, even to just do one is massive. And to just, I think, just to throw it all away is, I think that for me, that'd be the wrong thing to do.
Yeah,
definitely.
As long as you enjoy doing it, that's the main thing, man. That's the most important thing. If you enjoy it, keep going.
Yeah, for sure. And like I say, 3 years on, and still look forward to recording every episode, every guest we get booked. It can be hard work, but we've never not enjoyed doing it. Which is
it's worth the hard work, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
good. It's good being this side of it as well. Being the guest is a lot less hard work.
You don't have, there's no button pressing. Just sit there with your arms folded and chat. But I was just going to say, you were saying about these, because obviously I'm from Manchester. You're not that far away from where I'm from. It's only a few miles down the road. And I remember, like in the 90s and that, I was really big into UFOs at the time. And I think there's a UFO magazine that was buying. And I think it only come out like once every other month. It's like, why can't it come out every week? And there was nothing. And I remember James Stanich on the local radio. He had some guy on, some ufologist. I can't remember the bloke's name. And he had a group going. And my mum used to listen to him. So she took his details down, his phone number and that. I give him a call, and I ended up joining this ufology group. But I just never ended up going or doing anything. Pass. Do you know where you go over the tops? No. Oh, right. Do you know where you go over the tops to? And then there's that sharp hairpin bend going to Glossop.
Oh, yeah.
There's a load of, at the time, like mid to late 90s, there loads of lights and strange crafts that were being seen in the sky. And we were supposed to go to that. I don't know. I can't remember what happened. It either got called off or I just didn't go for whatever reason. But that because it's like Manchester's a massive place. And out of the whole area, there's like, that was the only one group, and they had like 8 people or something. There wasn't many. There wasn't many in it. So, I know where you're coming from on that. Yeah,
definitely. It's just, I mean, it is a shame. Like I say, there's a lot of people, and just give you a bit of an insight into kind of the work that we do. Like I say, we have the biggest database in the UK, and every year we compile an annual report and look at all the sightings from that year. Look at all the data, the trends, the hotspots, what's been seen, where, what time, what day, all this stuff. Greater Manchester in 2022 was the county with the most UFO reports out of the whole country.
Yeah. So do you just cover Manchester, or do you cover the whole of the UK?
So we get reports from all over the UK. We've had hundreds of reports submitted like directly to us. Quite a lot from the northwest, but from all over the UK. And we do get out and investigate as many as we can. The team of 4 of us, like kind of run UFO Identified. We do all live in the northwest, Liverpool, Preston, and 2 in Manchester. And we do go out. We go and meet witnesses. We go to where they had the sighting. We do sort of boots on the ground investigations, just try and figure out what they are. And it's just, I mean, you can do desk investigations. I mean, you have to for a lot of them just because they're from all over the UK.
But
it's just not the same to me as meeting the witness, standing where they were stood. Like there was one from Bolton. We did talking about Bolton again. It's a potential landing case, really interesting one. And we met the witness, and we were stood in their bedroom, looking out the window, stood where they were stood, so we can get a proper idea of what they saw.
Yeah, proper visualize what went on.
Yeah, he's got Google Earth and stuff or descriptions, but it's just not the same as being there and getting a proper idea of the environment. And then you can see, could it be this thing that's in the trees or whatever? You get a proper vision of it. So we do get reports from all over, but we can't investigate all of them. But we do get out quite a lot in the Northwest anyway.
Yeah.
Which is always good.
Yeah. Well, I know I've had at least 5 UFO encounters in Manchester, ranging from first one when I was about 8 or 9, maybe 10, all the way up to late 20s, early 30s. So, and a few of my mates have, but they were like, they weren't sure if they'd seen anything or not. But it's like, because the part where I'm from, Swinton, before they built the second runway, at the back of where I live, that was where the planes used to circle when there's waiting to land at Manchester Airport. So there's obviously loads of planes, and not far from Barton, you got all the light aircraft there as well.
Yeah.
So it is difficult, but I know the ones when you're seeing planes like 20 a day, you know what's a plane and what isn't.
Yeah.
So it does make a massive difference.
Because we had one from Didsbury. Not too far from Manchester Airport in Didsbury.
No.
This witness had lived there for 30 years, and like they knew the flight paths, they knew what the planes looked like, and their sighting was 2 upright triangles. They described them as like Christmas trees.
Oh right, yeah.
Usually triangles are sort of like downwards moving.
Yeah.
But this was like upright triangles. Moving, 2 of them moving across the sky. I know, like it's 100% not plane. Like, I'm not far from Manchester Airport, but these wasn't planes. These were 2 Christmas tree triangles moving across, and you expect that they would know what the planes look like.
But I know. So I was just going to say, I know loads of people that have seen the orange or the yellow lights. There's no metal or shape to them. It's just like. So it's like a ball of sphere, isn't it? But there's been loads. I know there's loads sighted around Earlham and Caddy's Head, and like going out towards Warrington, loads around Salford and that, and even over Manchester city centre. So this was back in like early 2000s, like 2002, 2003.
It's funny you say Warrington. My sighting, I only had one. When I was 10 years old, my sighting was in Warrington.
Oh, was it?
Where I used to live when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that was a triangle. That was 1997. And it was just a typical 3 white lights and a one in each corner. And about 6, 7 of us all just saw it, just clear as day triangle, just right across the sky.
Yeah.
Adults were like, that's not a plane, don't know what that is. And then that was the moment when I was like, okay, we don't know what that was. And then they all went back to playing football or whatever they were doing. And I was like, wondering what that was. And then 26 years later, I'm still trying to figure out what that was, what I saw.
Yeah. How big was that?
It's probably about the size of about a 50p, like at arm's length. It was quite, not big, but quite big. And it like the sky was darker behind it. Well, when it sort of travelled. So you could tell it looked like it was a physical craft. And you could clearly see it just straight across the sky. And I never forgot that for 20 odd years. That kicked off the whole interest, really.
Yeah. Can you ask whereabouts in Warrington?
It's Cullen's. Kind of near Gemini.
Oh, yeah.
That way, like near the IKEA and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say near the business park side of
it.
Yeah. Cool. No, it's like when you said like 98. One of my last encounters that I had of a UFO in Manchester was 97, 98. And that was the one where I seen is just a silver ball in the sky, shot across, did like a blue streak, then it all lit up red. The sky opened up, it went through, and it all closed behind it.
Wow!
So I was coming from Bolton on the spur on the East Lancs, going towards Swinton and going into town, And as you're coming round the bend, just before you get to Wadley Industrial Estate, it was just there. I had to pull over on the hard shoulder. I thought I was going to throw up everywhere.
Wow.
Because you can't believe what you've just seen.
Yeah.
Oh, it lasted a few seconds. I'm sweating and everything. It's like pure clear sky and everything. Blue sky. It was a Friday afternoon. I'll never forget it.
That's mad.
Amazing,
it just
man.
did that. I'm like, oh, you don't know. Even though I seen it, I still don't know what happened. What really happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a cool thing to see, man. You saying when you was 10 and all your friends went back to playing football, I had a similar sort of experience when I saw a UFO, and I was about 14. And it was during the day, and we all stopped what we was doing because we noticed that there was what looked like a building in the sky, basically, and it was right in the distance, but we could see it, and it was like an orangey silver color, and we was watching it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it was, and then we just all went back to playing football. And when I think now, I'm like, what? Why? Well,
Yeah.
I can't believe we left it.
But do you not think? See, this is the question, I think, and I've asked a lot of people, and people have asked me, not just on UFOs, but cryptids, anything paranormal or eye strangeness. Yeah, do you think that we're given a message to like go back, carry on doing what you're doing, ignore what's going on here, and then and then it's afterwards you think, shit, I should have stayed. I should have found out more about what was really going on.
Yeah, possibly, man.
Yeah, it could be, or it could be your brain not able to kind of like say
not
seeing something like
function.
a portal or building in the sky to like think, okay, let's ignore that for a minute. Let's just do something normal. Let's try and process it like in the background, maybe.
Yeah, well, it's like when I seen that and I pulled up because I thought I was going to throw up, and I went all shaky and what have you. It's like your body's way. Yeah, I suppose it is your body's way of going. Whatever happened, we don't understand, so just carry on doing what you normally do. That's easy. That's the easy path, isn't it? Really.
Have I told you when I took a picture of what I think could have been a UFO, and I freaked out and deleted the picture? Have I ever told you that?
No.
So
what is up with you?
I don't know, man. It bugs me to this day.
Just reach up and slap him.
It still bugs me. But the thing is, the picture didn't prove anything. Right, so I was in, Centre Parks in Norfolk. I was in
Alvden.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was taking a picture. I like taking pictures of trees and stuff. And I was taking a picture of the trees. And as I was taking it, something shot up into the sky, super quick. And I was like, oh, what was that? I wonder if I've caught that in my phone. And I've looked, and I didn't catch it in the actual picture, but on iPhone you can press the picture down, and it plays like a little video.
Oh yeah, you get live photo, don't you?
Yeah. So in that video, in the live photo, I caught whatever it was just shot up, and it was like you can't make out what it is. It's literally so quick, like just.
Do you have iCloud or Google Photos?
Well, I do, yeah. I don't know if I did then, but what I just, when I was looking at the picture, I just got this bad feeling, and I was like, I feel like I shouldn't have this. It's really weird, man, because I love UFOs and everything paranormal, but I was like, I feel like I've got, and I deleted it because I had this horrible feeling, and then I deleted it from my recently deleted.
Oh, so you emptied the recycle bin.
And I was like, why have I done that?
Would you,
really weird,
do you reckon it'd be worth checking your photo cloud and see if there's anything in there?
Yeah, I could try, man, but this was a few years ago now. This is going back, so it's probably long gone. But I mean, even if I showed you the picture, it doesn't prove anything. It's just literally just a quick flash. But for some reason, it gave me a bad vibe, and I deleted it. Really weird, man.
That's mad.
He's just never delete it. You should just sleep with the demons and keep your photos.
It still bugs me now that I deleted it. I don't know what I was. But it just honestly, at the moment I took it and I had it, I was like, I've got to get rid of this.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing, though. If you like, I've always said this, and I shall know as well. When you're out investigating, regardless of what it is you're looking for or what you're encountering, when you get that gut feeling, it's you know what you need to do.
Yeah,
it's literally go onwards, get out there, pretty rapid in it. 9 times out of 10.
Listen to your gut. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So so just dipping out of the UFO thing. So when you go out investigating, because you do paranormal stuff as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you was down at, was it Delamere Forest not so long ago?
Yes, Delamere Forest
Yeah.
in Chester.
Because I asked you where it was, and you said it actually says above it Delamere Forest. I just didn't read what it said. But when you go out investigating, when you get that feeling, do you think, do you know what, I'm going to stay? Or do you think, nah, that's a warning and I don't want to wait for the second one because it might not be as polite?
So there's very, very few occasions where I felt I don't want to be here. I need to get out because I don't get scared easy at all. Put me in middle of the forest on my own, feel in the morning, totally.
You'll be all right.
At all. The only time there's two occasions. One's a really, really funny story, and one's more creepy. The more creepy one was we were at Cannock Chase. Obviously, famous Cannock Chase, famous for all sorts of different things. And we were at Castle Ring, and which is like kind of like a mound. Used to be like a Bronze
we
Age
went there not so long ago.
Place, surrounded by trees. So we're in the middle bit of this Castle Ring, and we've been doing Estes methods. Got some really, in fact, I got a really funny story. Now you mentioned Nathaniel Gillis. Before we were doing the Estes method in Castle Ring. So Greg's doing the questions with Abby, and I'm headphones, blindfolded, listening to the spirit box, and I'm getting names and stuff, and I get the name Nathaniel come through on the spirit box. So I say it out loud, Nathaniel. And when you're doing the spirit box, when you're doing the Estes method, because you're totally cut off, you're just concentrating on the words and then the sort of associated images that come up. And we'd not long interviewed Nathaniel Gillis on the podcast. So I said I heard the name Nathaniel, which is quite a rare name. Nathans and stuff, not really Nathaniel. So I had the image of Nathaniel Gillis in my head because that's the only Nathaniel that I had ever heard of. And then a few moments later, comes through the spirit box. That's not me. I'm not him. It's like it knew. I was thinking of a different Nathaniel.
I just got shivers.
I
got head to toe.
It's funny because at the time, because when you're there, you're just saying the words. You're not really putting them together, or you're not hearing what the other people are saying.
So you're really shouting out what you're getting, and then everyone else around you's dealing with it. Yeah.
Then when we watched the footage back, and I remember thinking of Nathaniel Gillis, and then I was like, oh yeah, I was like at this point, I was thinking Nathaniel Gillis, I had the image of him in my head.
Yeah.
And then I say, that's not me, I'm not him. As if it was saying, not that Nathaniel, I'm a different Nathaniel. I was just like, wow, that was really but that's kind of a digress story. That's just mentioned Nathaniel Gillis before. Really interesting bit. It's a bit later on, and it'd been fine all night. It's about 2:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden, this fog came in, just rolled over into the Castle Ring, and it went silent. Just no animal noises, no bird noises, just absolutely eerie, quiet. And we all, there's three of us, we're all like experienced, we're all kind of don't get scared of anything. And we all looked at each other at that point, and we all said, we need to go. And we literally just packed our stuff and just walked. It's about a 15-minute walk to the car park from where we were. 15.
Was you right over the other side where the houses were?
Yes.
It drops down. Yeah.
So we had to walk, but it's pitch black, and it's like a bank either
it's
side.
Only a little. I've got to say,
dead
footpath. It's like walking on a beam.
We're all walking, and we're shining our torches like downwards at our feet, so we're not tripping over anything. And I was at the back, and I was like, I don't want to look behind me. I'm not looking behind me. I'm not looking to the side. I'm just looking straight downwards. Let's just get out. Let's get out of here.
I just explain for those who don't know. So it's a big ring. What would you say? It's about 200-300 meters all the way around, possibly more.
Bigger than that, yeah. I'd say.
Yeah, I'm crap with distance and measurement. So it's 500 meters. So on the outside, as you're walking around, say you're walking clockwise, so on your left, it's all like, but it's a bit marshy, isn't it? So it's all like reeds and tall grass and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So if you slip, you're going down there. It's a good 7-8 foot at least.
Yeah.
Before you stop, and then on the inside, like the ring itself, that's probably about the same. That's not as overgrown as there, but I think if I fell in there and was stuck in that middle bit on my own, I'd feel more at risk of something happening to me than being on the outside. I think because enclosed in a ring. I think it's just that we only went during the day, and yeah, even walking around that in daylight is really hard. There's dips in the floor, and yeah,
cool place.
It's not easy.
Really cool place.
Yeah. So you said you had another a funny one.
So it's crazy. I'm glad that I have some of this caught on my dash cam. More of our reactions to it rather than what.
All right, okay.
Because we went down to Suffolk to see Rendlesham and all that. So obviously it's totally miles away from Manchester. It's like first time I've ever been in my life. Always wanted to go.
It's about 3.5 hours for you, isn't it?
About 7 hours it took us to get back.
7 hours? Jeez, which way did you go? Like Scotland?
No, I'm not the best driver. In fact, it's that long. It deleted some of the dashcam footage I wanted to keep anyway because it overwritten it.
Oh, right.
Driving. In fact, I didn't save it. Press the save button. Anyway, we'd been in the middle of Rendlesham Forest. We sort of went to an area in between the two RAF Air Force bases. And we'd done some investigations, just S's method, shouting out, just recording. The only two was me and my partner, who's not really into it, but I'll just drag him along to everything. against his will, mostly. So we've been there for quite a few hours. It's the middle of the night. Felt totally fine the whole night. Nothing happened. The only time it got scary, we heard there must have been a pig farm nearby, because all of a sudden there's loads of pigs started squealing. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, there's loads of pig farms around there.
Then once we realised what it was, he's like, okay, it just sort of came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, all these pig squealers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But we were all fine. It was starting to get cold and a bit wet, so we sort of pack up, walk back to the car. About a 10-minute walk through the forest back to the car. It was only when I got back to the car and we were starting to pack away, I got a feeling of just need to get out of here. Like, no explanation for it. Just let's go now. Let's just throw everything in the car. Just jump in the car and go.
Yeah.
Because where we were in Rendlesham Forest, there's nothing around. There's no street lights. It's just little country roads, just dense forest. There's nobody around. It's again 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And I got in the car in this little car park. Well, call it a car park. It's a clearing kind of way you can take your car to.
Less grass than everywhere else.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I didn't want to put my headlights on. So in my head, I was like, if I turn my headlights on, there's going to be someone stood there. There's going to be something. As in that kind of state of fright that there's something there. So I pulled out into the road, then put my headlights on. And as we were driving down, hearing a noise on the roof, like a metally clanging noise on the roof.
Oh.
And then it stops. It's like, what the hell? It's like something just fall off the roof. I've left some of my equipment on the roof and it's sort of bounced off and gone on the floor.
Yeah.
So I thought, I better turn around because in case it is something that I need. It's black at night, no other cars, small country road. So I turn around, drive really slowly, get out of the car, torches. The road's pretty clear. There's nothing at all around. Get back in the car. I have to drive the wrong way, a couple 100 meters to find another turning to turn around.
Yeah.
Come back and got to the point where I thought it fell off. Thought it was around here, so headlights on, full beam. Nothing. Thought, let's just leave it. We need to get out of here. So I got that feeling of, we need to get out of here. There's something telling me.
Like pure dread.
To get out of here. I was thinking maybe that noise was trying to get us to stop for some reason. I thought it made me stop, and I did stop. And I got that feeling of let's go. I thought it's something trying to make us stop. We'll carry on driving down the road. This is where it sounds crazy, and I'm glad I've got the footage on dashcam of this. I don't have the footage of what we saw, but our reactions afterwards. It literally just cuts off. The video starts as we're reacting to it.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road at 3 o'clock, in Rendlesham Forest, there was a chihuahua.
What?
Clear as day, little chihuahua dog just stood in the middle of the road. So I start slowing down thinking, there's a chihuahua. And it runs off to the side of the road. He's just stood at the side of the road. So I'm like really slowing down. And my partner's like, why is there a chihuahua in the road? I'm like, I don't know why there's a chihuahua in the road.
Oh my God.
And 99.9% of the time, I would stop. I'm a dog lover. It's obviously not meant to be here. Like, no houses. I mean, there's a couple of
out
farms,
of place.
Nothing much there. I was like, I would stop 100% of the time and try and help look for a taxi, chips, anything, try and help this little chihuahua. But that feeling of something wants to make me stop took me over. I was like, I'm not stopping.
Wow.
I am just driving out of it. It's pitch black. this is not normal. If it's like a farm dog or something, maybe it'd be a little bit of a
but a Chihuahua.
But a Chihuahua.
So like you said, Rendlesham, there's nothing nearby. You got Woodbridge and what's the other one? I can never remember the name of the other one.
God, Woodbridge.
Someone will put it in the chat. It's all right.
Rendlesham.
Is there any other reports of the Chihuahua? Have you heard that? Anyone else see it?
No.
That's mad.
So we carried on driving, and we can hear us on the sat nav like, why would there be a Chihuahua? Like, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But we're still like, what the hell? But I'm like, I'm not stopping. I need to get out of here. Go down the road, another probably 30, 40 seconds. And all of a sudden, probably about a minute later, all of a sudden, they start jumping across the road right in front of the car. Like, loads of them. So and literally, 3 o'clock in the morning, so I cracked myself initially, like, what's happening? And then there's these days just jumping across the road between the two forests on either side. And again, 99% of the time, I'm a city boy, don't see stuff like this in nature. I would just stop and just watch it. As the family of deer, let's just enjoy the scene. But again, I was like, something wants us to stop, and I don't want to stop. So just foot down, maneuvered in between these deers, and just got out of there. And I have that on dash cam where the footage of the deers jumping in front of the car, and us going, I'm not stopping, I'm not stopping, I'm not stopping. And then I thought, I'll get to the campsite, and a glamping site we were staying at, and just back. And that was just so weird. Like, nothing happened all night, all week we were there. Nothing happened. We're doing stuff every night, sky watching, all sorts. Nothing happened until this final night, this last sort of drive back to the campsite, and just these 3 different things that made me think something wants to make me stop. Yeah. It's putting things in front of me that I would 100% of the time stop for. But I was like, no, I need to just get out of this situation and get out of this forest.
So do you think whatever it was reading your thoughts, it knew it knows how you are as a person?
Potentially.
So it's
like
putting things there that's like, we need to stop him.
Yeah, like the first one was like I thought I'd left something on the roof of the car, and I knew I'd have to go back and make sure I've not left the camera or something, or some equipment. And then the Chihuahua, and then family done. This all happened within a 5-minute period. So I was like, what is happening? Like, I'm not stopped. It was just so. And I'm I'm more UFO guy, not a paranormal guy.
Yeah.
And I'm quite skeptical. But this was just absolutely surreal. Like 5 minutes.
Have you spoke to anyone about it from around that area?
No. Only.
Do you want to?
You guys? Yeah. I mean,
right, because I know 2 people that'd be really good to talk to. There's Alex Lovelock, who does the lounge on Sunday at 7 o'clock. That's who I went when I went to Rendlesham in the summer. That's who I met up with, and he showed me the real UFO site and not the one that everyone gets told. Yeah. And then he's one of his mates. It's Elaine who does his modding. Her brother Derek Savory. They've just done some filming down there. Was it ITV? Did he say, Tommy? It's one of the TV channels anyway. They've just done some filming, but they go down there all the time for like the last 30, 40 years. They're always going down there. So I'm going to be speaking to Alex this week. So if you want me to.
I mean,
information on, see what he says.
I mean, definitely. Not really talked to anyone kind of properly about it. I mean, I talked it like on podcasts. It's a funny story. It's like
it's funny, but I'm glad it weren't me. No way.
It's mad because you put yourself in scary situations all the time, and then for you to have that feeling like I've got to get out of here, and then to see those random things as well. Man, it's weird.
Even if you think back about it, it makes you laugh, but you also think, like, I believe there was something not normal happening in that period, in that part of the forest. And I'd love to go back. I've not been back since that was 2.5 years ago. I'd love to go back and go on that bit of stretch of road again and just see. Does anyone have a Chihuahua that lives around there? You know what I mean? Or anything.
I know you get a lot of people dog walking, and I know a couple of people that do take the dogs in there at night, but these would be like Alsatians and Labradors. Do you know what I mean? They're not. You take it. You take a chihuahua in the middle of a Rendlesham forest at 3 in the morning and then let it go.
Can you imagine the chihuahua? It's like, oh, there's someone here to help me. And then you just gone.
Nope.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
So did the chihuahua stop and watch as you drove past?
It was in the middle of the road. So I saw it like, with the headlights. I thought, what's that? I was like, it's a chihuahua. And then it just walked off to the side of the road and stopped at the side of the road. I drove past and I didn't ever stop. I just really, really slow. Just like looked at him, drove past like, I'm not stopping.
Wow.
But the dash cam footage of us afterwards is just funny because we just like arguing over this chihuahua in the road. It's
oh my God.
But the bit that is annoying, I think I could be drove home the next day, was like literally because it records in like 3-minute batches, the dash cam.
Yeah.
And the 3 minutes before it would have had the chihuahua on it. But I only pressed the save recording button when the days happened. And I thought, okay, we've had the chihuahua, the days. I'm going to record, like, press save on the dash cam. But it cut off literally just after the chihuahua bit, which absolutely kicked myself about. Like, literally 30 seconds more, I'd have had the chihuahua on the dash cam. And it's so
At least you didn't have it and delete it.
Yeah, who would do that? That would be ridiculous.
I know. Well, I have no words for that person. Well, I have, but I'm not going to say them on here.
You got to listen to your gut, man. You got to listen to your gut.
Yeah, I know. People, like when I do the live streams, when I go out investigating, some in the chat are guilty of doing it. They go, "Why don't you go back and have a look? You're all right. You're sat in your house nice and warm. I'm out in the middle of a cemetery with all this weird stuff going on. I'm not going back having a look." Sometimes I want to, but you just know not to. And it's like you do have to go with that. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it might be the last worst decision or decision ever that you're going to make. So, yeah.
We're joking about it, but it's dangerous stuff, isn't it? Like, who knows what happens if you go against your gut. Like, you might regret it.
Well, it's like I've always said, you don't know what you're up against. If it's a person, you kind of know, like you can work the odds out. But when it's something that you can't see,
definitely,
and you don't even know how powerful they are and what type of energy it is. So if anyone wants to come out and be a, don't know, bodyguard, scout, whatever, you can happily come along and deal with it. Oh, well, we just do the investigation. But I think I'm going to be going Rendlesham between the New Year and Easter, because Easter's at the end of March or something this year, so it's not too bad. So if you fancy it, here's a shout.
Potentially, definitely. It's on my list for 24th because it was 21 when I went. It's definitely on my list to go back 24, definitely.
Yeah.
Just like it's such a trek, literally. There's no direct way of getting there. It's just.
I know.
It's
like me. Because I know it's just off the A14, but when you come off the A14, it's another 20 minutes drive, or 20-25 minutes to the nearest point where you can park, where the giant lemon juicer is what people call it. So, but it's like Alex and Derek, they know all the trap numbers. So as you're driving down, you'll see the gaps between, and it'll have a painted number like red and white. But he said they move him about. He says he does it to confuse people. They do it to confuse everyone. I don't know. So where would you say has been the most captivating place that you've been investigating?
So I would have said Cannock Chase had I not been to my haunted hotel earlier this year in Chester, the Old King's Head. We spent one night there a few months ago, and it was the most active, incredible night I've ever. Because there's been so many paranormal investigations, UFO kind of investigations, Skywatches where nothing happens. It's just they can be boring. It's hours in the
Yeah.
cold. Like Wednesday week, nothing happened all week until the final night. And my haunted hotel, so I'm a big fan of the show and the YouTube and everything they do, and a big fan of Danny Moss. I've watched all this stuff, so it's very hyped up because they have so much stuff happening. I thought there's no way that like this can all be happening, and so we ended up like being invited to go.
Yeah.
So I spent the night there a few months ago, and it was just incredible. I was buzzing for literally weeks afterwards. I
Really?
just couldn't stop talking about it. And having experienced quite a few different things, that was just a different level.
Yeah.
Totally. Just that the whole night from the start, it just kicked off and just didn't stop. It's just stuff happening. After each other, got a lot of stuff on camera. Like with Haunted Hotel, it's all video camered. We featured in a couple of episodes using like some stuff that we experienced, and they used some of my camera footage in the show because like I captured some good stuff on my camera. And it's just that's something I'm going back soon, just because I just couldn't believe the amount of kind of action we had in like a short period of time. And it can't some of the stuff just can't be like for me. I can't debunk how this stuff was happening. It's just we were there. We were just like I was with Greg and a friend of ours, and we were just looking at each other like, what the like?
Yeah, what's going on?
There's no way to explain any of this. It's just absolutely incredible.
Wow. Well, you'll have to let us know how you get on.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like intelligent responses. From the get, because there's lots of like knocks and stuff, and we were in room 5 to start off with. We were doing the basic, like if anyone's there, can you make a knock? And then it's just like, okay, there could be anything, could be a knock. If that was you, can you knock again? And he just goes, knock. Okay, so it could be the pipes, whatever. We said, can you knock twice so we know that we're actually communicating with someone? Clear as day. And about 5 minutes later, I'm sat near about 2 feet away from the door to the room, and loud as day, clear as day, 2 massive bangs on the door 2 feet away from me. So I know that someone banged on that door.
Yeah.
So we were straight away on the radio, it's like to the control room. We're like, we just had 2 bangs on the door. Is anybody out there? Has anybody knocked? So then they came up 5 minutes later with the iPad, and they showed us the footage. So the room next to us was empty. The corridor showing the door was empty. And then, clear as day, 2 thuds, loud as anything, on the door. And it's like the door out next to the door, and it was definitely 100% someone knocked on that door. That was just insane. And then later on, we're down in the brothel room. This is where I had my camera. We got this big, massive oak table, big, heavy table, and we just sat there. And then all of a sudden, there was a massive thud, and the table like jumped up as if someone had hit it. There's only 3 of us on this table.
Yeah.
So me and the person we were with were like, just feel that. I said to Greg, like, do you feel that? And he was at like the top end of the table. And he's like, no. I'm like, did you like knock the table with your leg or something? He's like, no, I'm nowhere near like a leg or anything. And then on the footage, my camera was on the camera in full spectrum camera, like GoPro. Was on the end of the table, and my camera jumps when the thud happens, like proper leaves the table, then lands again. The thud was underneath from the table that hard, like, and you hear it. And then they use that footage in the TV show. And then we had the intro box going, with like a spirit box with some words and stuff. And we were getting responses again, and we said, someone was with us in room 5, are you with us now? And it went, yes, out of the like intro box machine. So you're like, okay. And the person we were with says, if that's you, can you copy me again? Can you make this sound on the table? And she did like a pattern, like that. And literally 3 seconds later, the exact same noise back, but just from the bar just behind us. And there's no way, like, and again, straight away we were like, can you check that on the cameras? And it was all caught on the cameras, and there's just, like, no way we could have explained how it could have matched that pattern, like to the exact tone and pattern and everything, and to have it all on camera as well. To look back and like see, it's just like that night was just absolutely incredible. I still buzz about it now. It was about 6 months ago, and I still buzz about. That was just some of the things that happened. Like there's just so much going on. There's just can't explain like a lot of it is just incredible.
So I've never had anything like that. I've had bits and pieces here and there, but not like continuous one after the other. Never.
I mean, it sounds like a lot, but I mean, that's these last two sort of stories I told. I mean, that's quite two notable ones out of like dozens and dozens of nothing happening.
Yeah.
And stuff. And obviously, they stand out just because of how intense it
But
was.
it's good. I think it's good though that you do go out sometimes and nothing happens, because it just proves that you can't go out every single time and get something. And it's you could go to the same, like, I don't know it was who said it, but you can go out to the same place 100 times and you just get something once. So it's not, that's how people know, I suppose, who's faking it and who's not.
That's similar to UFO investigations, because like vast majority of our investigations we do, we find out we have an explanation for it. And we publish them, like investigations and articles, as much as we do the ones we don't know what they are. Because if every single investigation we did, this is a genuine, we don't know what it is, you think like not all of them can be. Whereas 9 out of 10, we do the investigation, we put the report up on the website, and it's we believe it was this, it was this, it was that. It's not unexplained. So there's a couple that we have got that are where we say we don't know what this is. I think that like sort of has a bit more credence to it, because if every single one we did, we say, oh yeah, this is a genuine UFO. And it's going to think, everything you see, you think it's a UFO. Whereas we do identify 90% of the investigations that we do. It's just part of it, part of the job, really. Yeah.
So do you use like flight radar and that, so you can see what's up in the sky?
Yeah, there's tons of apps we use: flight radar, satellite apps, the planet apps, balloon, like high altitude balloon apps, meteor tracking apps. There's so many different kind of ones. And like, even if we don't think it's any of them, we just kind of have like a checklist where we just check it off. Even though we think that's, we don't think it's this, but let's just check it off anyway. We can just say we've done a thorough kind of job on it.
Yeah, it would be good if everything you seen was something what it shouldn't be, wouldn't it? It'd be great, but unfortunately, it's not. And what does he say? Only like 2% of everything you see can't be explained. So, but it's a big 2%.
So a lot of the reports we get, because they give them like a triage, I'll have a quick read of it, and a lot of time I can be like, yeah, that's this or that's that. Without even having to do anything further. I still will. I still always document everything. So when I go back to the person that's reported, because there's so many places you can report a UFO to. And I appreciate people reporting to us, so make sure do a thorough. Appreciate that they've chosen us to report it to. Obviously, we're small compared to MUFON or NUFOC or some of the other UFO groups in the UK. So to just kind of, they've chosen us. We had hundreds of reports submitted directly to us, and I'm just so appreciative of people choosing us and make sure we do a full job. And we always say, even if I 100% know that is, say, Starlink or whatever, or the ISS, I'll always put, we believe it's highly likely that this is this, and then this is why. I can show screenshots of where the ISS was at that time and all that type of stuff. And sometimes still don't accept it. Some people just, like, they've had UFO sighting and they don't want to accept that it's not a UFO. They don't want to accept that it's just a satellite or whatever. Well, a lot of them, they are, oh yeah, thanks, I didn't know about that, or didn't know what lens flare was, or things like that. And it's just, we always do a thorough kind of investigation, even if we know what it is, or we believe it to be something like Starlink can be identified pretty quickly and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. That's a good way of doing it, I think, because it's like you're not just saying, oh, we think it's this because blah blah blah, but then you actually give them the evidence of why. You back it up with, like you said, with images and data and all that.
Then if you don't accept it, because we've had a lot of people come back and be like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about, and I was like, that's what you're like, that's fine. I'm not going to engage anymore with you. You submit your report. I've detailed what it is, what I think it is, and why. And then some people just refuse to accept that they're UFO
because they want that sighting, don't they? That's what it is. Cool. We've got a question. So this is from Ryan, and he's asking, where is a northern UFO hotspot?
Cool. So looking at last year's data, 2022, that's like the last full year data. We've got, like I mentioned before, is Greater Manchester. I'm just pulling up my report from last year. 18-page report on was our report last year. So I'm just looking at that. So the Northwest as a whole was the second most popular area to have a sighting. Southeast was the first, but out of all the counties, Greater Manchester was the highest. I'm just trying to find how many sightings it actually was. Yeah, I've got it at the end of the report somewhere. But yeah, Greater Manchester, and that seems to be a trend that happens quite a lot. So it's only 26 reports, but that's the most kind of highest county. 26, and that's reported sightings. So the general kind of feeling is that only 10 to 15% of reports actually reported somewhere. Sightings are reported. And last year there was 497 UFO reports made in the UK from the different sources that we use, which is probably around 12 to 15 different sources. So it's 497, which doesn't seem like a big amount. With only 10 to 15% of sightings are actually reported somewhere, and that number's more like 4,000.
Yeah.
Rather than 497. So it's just about getting as much data as possible and just drawing it all into our database. We have as big a data set as possible to then look at all the data and figure out what's being seen and where.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you get many reports around Jodrell Bank?
No. Been a couple around like Macclesfield, like that area. But nothing specifically really.
I thought there'd be a lot around there. So Jodrell Bank, where it is, it's a load of satellite dishes. I think the main one of the biggest ones. It's the biggest one in the UK, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think at one time it was like the biggest one in the world or something.
I know it was the biggest in Europe. You can actually go inside the dish and all that.
Yeah, the Lovell telescope
is massive. But that's not far. That's not too far from Manchester Airport, is it?
No.
I just thought
it's a great place to go.
Yeah, it's right out in the sticks. It's like the signs for it. And you're driving down. It's like there's nothing down there. Then you just come to that end of a dish. There's a massive satellite dish right in front of you, and loads of little ones scattered about. But I thought there'd be quite a few around that area.
Not what we've.
But saying that though, it isn't very residential, is it? You've got the odd farmhouses here and there. So if there's nobody about to witness it, you're not going to get any reports.
And one thing on that kind of most popular place to see places, obviously Greater Manchester is very densely populated.
Yeah.
So as part of our report, we take that into consideration. So we have kind of two sections through the data where we look at sheer number of reports. So this region had this many reports in terms of just how many physical reports. Then we also look at the population. So how dense an area is. And we worked out a formula to give a number of basically how many UFO reports there are per 250,000 population.
Right. Yeah.
So that obviously, then you're taking that into consideration. Because obviously, if there's 1 million people living in one place and 10,000 people living in another place, there's going to be more in that where there's 10 million people living just because the numbers of people. Whereas our data takes that into account. Then we have like a league table based on population. And when you look at we have a table of how many reports and then the table of how many reports per 250,000 people. And it changes quite a lot. So you can sort of see, like Wales, certain places of Wales have a lot less people, but more reports. So they come sort of per person. So it sort of brings them up as more likely to see UFO there. Just because there's even though there's less people, there's still a more substantial amount of reports. Because people always say Great Manchester or like southeast and stuff, there's a lot of built up cities, a lot of people living there, which is true. So that's why we look at the population just to say, that is true, but we do take that into consideration as part of the sort of data analysis each year.
Cool, thank you. Right, do one more question before we go for a break. Is that all right?
Yep.
Right. So this is from Jo, the moderator. She's asking, does Ash think UFO and cryptids are connected? Thank you.
So when we first started the podcast, with my friend Greg. So I was the UFO guy, and he was the paranormal guy. I never really been on the paranormal investigation. I had like a ghost experience a couple of years before that, but not that big of an interest. And he messaged me and said like he's always wanted to be a podcast, do a podcast. He's part of a paranormal group in Oxford. Do you want to do a podcast together? Like you can sort of be the UFO guy and I can be the paranormal guy. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. It could work well. And at the start, I was always, it's separate camps. It's UFOs, Bigfoot's Bigfoot, ghosts are ghosts, that sort of stuff. Dogmen are dogmen. But the more we did the podcast, the more people we spoke to, the more research we did ourselves, the more times we went out there. Figured that it is all related. It's got to be all be connected. It's all, we don't know what any of this stuff is. And when I went to Delamere Forest, I spoke about with Danny Moss and it's for his TV show, The Paranormal Investigator. We were doing a CE5 type episode, which is like the conscious calling out to whatever beings are up there to show themselves to us. And I'd never done CE5 before. Always had an interest. Always been skeptical. Because I'm like the data, the facts, the something physical,
the sciencey type behind it all.
Rather than being able to call something with your mind. So I cannot meditate. I tried for my life to meditate. I cannot just get into that zone.
Can't do it.
But I tried it for this this TV episode. First time I'd ever done it. We had this guided meditation with a seasoned CE5 practitioner. Yeah. And then as we throughout the episode, that's like how we started the episode, doing the CE5 and calling out to like whatever it is that shows himself in the sky. And then we sort of moved on to more in the forest and like more like ghost type, well, more like paranormal stuff. And then we're calling out, and I was just thinking, so when you're kind of doing a ghost investigation, you're calling out, you're asking for something to show themselves to let them know you're there. When you're doing CE5, you're calling out, you're asking them to tell them that they're there to show themselves. How do we know it's not the same thing? They're just displaying themselves in a different way. Yeah, like that UFO that comes when it's CE5, why isn't that the same as a spirit that reacts when you ask it to knock on a wall? It might be the same, whatever it is, entity, whatever. We're just asking it to show itself in a different way, but it is the same, whatever, showing itself. And so it's kind of my sort of opinions on it has gone from these all completely separate to actually no reason why it can't be the exact same thing, or at least related to each other.
Yeah. So I believe it's all connected, but Jamie, I don't know how. It just don't know. Does it all come from the same place, or does it come from different places, but they kind of meet in the middle of something? I don't know. Ain't got a clue.
That's the excitement of it. That's what makes it so intriguing. It's just trying to figure out these threads and these connections to each other.
But do you think, I've asked this to a few different guests, do you think though, once we say we was to find out what the connection was, do you think then that's it? We're just gonna, oh right, we know where it is now. What do we do?
I'm going to answer this on a bit of a more UFO side, because I gave a talk in Wales a couple of months ago. Yeah. And we did a section on kind of all the developments in the USA and the latest kind of disclosure stuff. And one of the questions at the end from one of the audience was, what do you think disclosure is and what do you think happens next? Like, this is kind of a similar kind of thing. Like, once we know what it is, what's the next thing? And the answer I gave was, at this point, I don't think it matters what disclosure is. So these people are still having experiences. People have traumatic experiences. People have PTSD after having these experiences.
Yeah.
But what we try and do here at UFO Identified is we give people a place where they can go, get support, talk to other people. So we started our meetings, and we've had people that come to our meetings, and they come for a couple of months, they're a bit quiet, and they want to get more confidence, they then tell their story. And they come to us afterwards, and they're like, that's the first time I told anybody my story in 30 years. I'd never had the confidence to tell someone. I've kept that inside, bottled that up for 30 years, but you've been able to give me that space to actually say it out loud. And I know I'm not going to be thought I'm crazy. And it's about, and there's quite a lot of stuff at the minute with like how we support people that have had experience, because you can't go to a doctor like, I'm suffering from depression or anxiety or PTSD because I was abducted by aliens. as you can for any other traumatic event. But even if the event's different to like other traumatic things, the effects on the person is still the same. But you can't sort of say that kind of symptom for it, the cause of it. But we still need to treat them as if, and even if, like in some cases where either they've imagined it or they've interpreted something different, and it's maybe not what they think exactly happened, they still have that trauma from it.
Yeah.
So they still need somewhere to get support to deal with that trauma, whereas there isn't anywhere to do that. So we're trying to do our bit at least to just give a place, give a safe space, a platform for people to be able to share that with someone. And even if we, like say, we did know what everything was, if he said, yeah, this is the full truth, and we believe him, and this is what it is, we're still going to be doing the same thing, still helping them people try and understand what they saw, what they experienced, and just kind of just be there for the people, which I think is important.
Yeah. That's a lot of respect for you for doing that. Really have.
Yeah, man.
Is that like, sorry, Tommy. Like you said, it's like, even if, because I thought about this quite a lot, because I've had loads of different encounters, and I know a lot of people that have us as well. Whether it's happened out there or in there, it doesn't matter. It's you've still experienced it.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you're still going through the trauma. You're still trying to process what's gone on.
Yeah.
So you still need that, backup, I suppose.
Yeah. Like we've had people in tears, and like they come on, like the hugs, and it's like, I'm so thankful. Like you can't do it without you, and all this stuff, and that makes it. I mean, that makes everything. Yeah. That's what I do. Because I literally started UFO Identified because I wanted to be a part of something. A group or something like doing something. We couldn't get anything, couldn't find anything, so just set up on my own, and then to have people saying that to me and the team, like I say, there's 4 of us, just like that's why we do that. Makes everything, all the time, the hours, the cost, makes it all worthwhile. We can help one person. It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Right, on that note, before we get too emotional, go for a quick break. So get your questions in ready for the second half. I will see you in 3 minutes. See you then.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, welcome back.
Evening.
Glad you're still with us.
We've been messing with the lights. For some reason, I think my face was like really pink. I've messed with
Mine's green. I
light
think
a
it's
little bit.
off Tommy's shirt. It's got to be.
That glow, isn't it?
I've got a ring like that, and it's on like bright white. And your teeth look green. Look. It's not a good sign,
mate.
is it?
I won't wear green anymore.
Yeah, like that. No, it's all good. We're all having issues tonight. Oh,
And I apologise when I had to sneak out. My boy woke up and ran
yeah,
upstairs.
I guess that. It's cool. Yeah. No worries. Right. Got a few more questions for you.
Mhm.
I'm not doing them in any order. So this is from Sober Carper. So he's one of the guys who we meet up with it and we go to not Rendlesham, Cannock.
Awesome.
So sorry. So his question is: fair play, Ash, for your approach to people regarding the phenomena. My question is: have you ever had anyone take advantage of your approach and been full of it?
So I guess my kind of take on this question is, I mean, both with the podcast when we've interviewed people and reports we get, we've had clear hoaxes. We had a funny one sent to us where I think this is from Salford actually, and he said he was just walking back to his house and there was an alien stood by a car. He managed to take a video of it, and he might send us the video if he thinks he can trust us and all this stuff. Straight away, just like, okay, spidey senses. Let's see what he's got. Let's see if we can get him to send us this video. And the video he sent us in the end was a 3-second clip, and it was an extreme close-up of a grey alien, clearly like Microsoft Paint or something. And it's like, yeah, let's just not entertain this guy anymore. So that's kind of more of a jokey one, where it's clearly like this guy. He must have been literally stood a foot away from him to get this close-up of a video of this alien that he'd seen in a car park in Salford. But like, we interview people, and the approach we've always took is we weren't there. We didn't experience it. So kind of who are we to judge if I think someone's lying? I might have kind of thoughts in the back of thinking, okay, so my opinion is I think this guy's full of it. Or there's no way of that. But like when we give a platform to people, especially on the podcast, let them tell their story. We don't make judgments on it. Let them tell their story. It's up to the audience to kind of listen to it. Do you want to believe it or not? There's only been one time where we've interviewed someone and we've not put it out. I just thought, no, like this guy's clearly. It was like he had a checklist of every kind of trope or like typical kind of thing. And it's like you're ticking off every single one of them as you went through. Like it's like, yeah, no, this guy. That's the only time we've not put something out because I just thought this guy's full of it. But it's not that often. Most times, like I say, when you're talking to people and you're seeing their faces, like on video camera or whatever, you can kind of get a feel for people. And I think obviously some people are good liars or stuff, or they believe what they're telling you. And that's what it comes across like they're being genuine. But yeah, like I say, we don't judge. It's kind of just let you tell your story. I'm going to keep most of the time I keep my opinions about it to myself and just let other people make that decision. But generally, on the whole, not that many really. Like I say, I like to just get along with most people.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Tommy, do you want to read the next question? I'll pop it up.
Yeah, I'll read it.
There you go.
Does Ash get any reports from Southampton, Hampshire?
So the Southeast is, it was the most number of reports last year in 2022, the Southeast, which like sort of Southampton, Hampshire falls under. And I saw this question, so I did kind of bring up my database and have a quick look in the Southeast, because we have our database, like they have the whole of the UK, and then you can go by region. So North, West, Southeast, London, Northeast, whatever, and look at sightings from like that region. So just looking, we do get quite a few from Hampshire and Southampton. So there's like this one here. It's this. It's on this one's quite. I thought it's quite a funny way people describe things. We get so many different descriptions of how people see it, how they try and like sort of describe it to other people. And this one, just find it. So this was from Portsmouth on November 16th, 2022. This was in daytime as well.
Oh,
It's got, and it's described it as an invisible craft with only lights visible. It covered 3/4 of a mile in seconds. It moved like a cement mixer with fairy lights on. Just
oh,
how that these things, like so with that, you're probably thinking like lights sort of maybe rotating,
yeah,
like fairy lights. It's just like the way people describe things, like a cement mixer. With fairy lights. It's like I thought that was quite funny. Sort of stood out.
Yeah.
A little bit. There's one from find this one from Southampton. Did you see one from Southampton? This one was a boomerang shaped, large white boomerang shape, just hovered above Southampton. That was in August 2022. So we do get quite a lot from kind of that area. Another one from Southampton, again August the 8th, 2022. That was lost it now. Oh, yeah, 2 round-ended cylinders banded with different colours along the object, flying very close to each other. As with our database, we have kind of like a brief description. So we have date, location, kind of brief description, one or two sentence description, and then shape, what the source is, where it came from, how long it was seen for, and any evidence, pictures, videos, sketches, whatever. So that's a couple that I've just quickly found from UFO Identified, they call it UK databases on there. And you can kind of just like say go to the southeast, look up Hampshire, there's one for each year, base for each year, and see what's been seen in your area. And there's a map actually. If you Google Daily Mirror UFO map, we worked with the Daily Mirror quite a lot this year, and they put together a big exclusive interactive map. So you put your postcode in, and it's based off our database. Put your postcode in, and it basically go to your area, and then it has like little UFO source, and you click on it, it has like details of sightings around your postcode. And you just like zoom out and see more sightings and stuff. So that was a really good thing from the Mirror. Actually, they worked well with them. They've been really good.
Cool. Thank you for that. So I got a couple more. Well, I've got loads of questions now. So this is from Ryan again. He's asking, has Ash ever investigated Sherwood Forest?
No, I would love to. I've done Delamere. One in I've always been Witness. It's weird. Cannock, Rendlesham. I've been up to North Yorkshire Moors as well. But not Sherwood, but definitely. I love outside investigations. There's something about it. I mean, there's a lot of noises, there's a lot of wildlife. You have to discount a lot of stuff you like sort of hear and see just because it's wildlife. But just being out there is just I just love being outside investigations. There's something about being in
I
nature.
love it as well. Yeah, you can't beat it, can you?
No, it is good.
It's better when the weather's nice as well. I'm not absolutely chucking it down, but you can't have everything.
We got soaked when we went Cannock. Absolutely soaked. We had to break twice just to go to a pub and just dry off because it was that torrential rain.
Yeah.
But thankfully at the night time it sort of eased off and we were able to go to Castle Ring. And
we did it the other way around. We went to the pub first and got soaked. And it was just like, we just couldn't do it. We couldn't because I was using the iPad and that for filming. And we had the tarp over the top of us and it was just battering it down. There's me, Simon, and Sober. And so we did a quick test on like the recording. And you could hear what we were saying, but it was really muffled because of the sound of the rain. It's like it's just no point sitting here. So it's crap, but it just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame. People like trying to get everyone together the same date, and then you get washed out. It's just it's a pain.
Yeah, we did have activity. Can I just tell you quickly about something that happened? It was similar to what happened with you at Rendlesham. So we was parked up. No, it weren't far from the tower. Did you say the tower?
Chihuahua.
Oh no. It could have been the Chihuahua. But we were parked up near Brockton. Joey, you go in, you've got all the little bays for parking at Cannock. So we'd parked up. There's 3 cars. So there's me and Warren in one, Simon, my cousin in his van. Oh, Sober had gone home. He had to go back. But so we sat. It's like about 2:30 in the morning, and Simon's got a van, so he's got like the old CB aerial. So it's like 6 foot to the top of his van, then his aerial's another 8 foot. And I didn't. I was well away, but he was only parked 4 or 5 foot away from where we was. We had the windows open about an inch, just to let the air free. This is middle of summer, so it was like about 22 degrees at that time. So the next day he was telling us that he heard a twang on the aerial. I don't know if it happened 2 or 3 times. He'll put it in the chat in a minute. And we thought it could have been a bird or an owl, like something flying into it and knocking it. Because if they was to something climb up, they'd have to climb up on the van, reach over and grab it and do it that way. So where we was parked, we had a good 4 foot behind us, away from like the banking and the trees and that. But then it happened 3 times. So what he did, he climbed up on the van and worked out where it was. And you know the magnet on the bottom, for it to make that noise, it wasn't something twanging the aerial. It's something actually grabbing the magnet and trying to lift it off.
Wow.
So something was doing that with what he said. He didn't hear or see anything climbing up on the van. So this must have been something with like a 9 foot reach just to try and pull this thing off, or it was doing it from an aerial position.
Wow.
So I don't know if our old man's knocking around Cannock now. He's moved from Carmel. I had no idea, but there was definitely something doing that.
Wow.
Yeah. See, I didn't hear it. I was snoring and everything at that point. So, but he heard it, and then I think my cousin heard it as well. So, but they said it's just like you at the end, like I don't know what you call them. Makes that like whipping type noise, but he said you couldn't do it with that. You've got to actually lift the bass up. So, yeah, so it could have been a 30-foot chihuahua. You never know.
It'd be creepy though. That would be creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of glad I didn't hear it, because I don't think I'd have been driving home at that point. Yeah, and there's no marks on the cars or on his van. Like I said, because it was summer and it's like them roads are pretty dusty. So there's quite a bit of dust, and didn't notice anything, no fingerprints, no footprints, nothing like that. So I don't know what it was. But there's a few other bits and pieces that went on. We couldn't say, 100% it was this. You just get little things here and there, and it's like, it doesn't add up. It was more that than anything else. So, yeah, I just thought I'd add that in quickly.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Right. So Ryan is asking, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah and no. We do have a YouTube for the podcast, which basically, because it's more of an audio only podcast, on Spotify and anywhere there's a podcast, but we do upload the audio to YouTube. Which is just Pursuit of the Paranormal. Just Google, YouTube says Pursuit of the Paranormal podcast. And it's just basically, there's no videos, it's just the audio basically of the podcast. So it is a YouTube, but it's not really.
Yeah,
it's not
audio only.
Kind of not do anything. It's just the audio version of the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just somewhere else people can listen to it.
Yeah, it's like with this. After this, I'll download the video. So I've got an hard copy of it. So if anyone decides they want to delete it, I've got it on the hard drive. But I also download the audio and re-upload it to go on podcast as well.
Yeah.
So then, which is kind of starting to. I've only been doing it since June, July. So there's not that many on there. It's only really like last 5-6 months. So hopefully it'll pick up. All right. Next question is from Ogety, or aka Elaine, and she is asking. Question for Ash: why do you think that people are being abducted? For what reason?
That's a, that's a question, isn't it? I mean, I always go back to kind of probably the more popular theories of like testing, maybe seeing where we're up to in human evolution, that type of thing. I don't think it's for anything kind of nasty or ulterior kind of motives. Although some people do have kind of traumatic and are treated badly in experiences and stuff. I think on the whole, I think it is more of a scientific approach. I think if they were going to really kind of be like evil or whatever, I think we'd have a lot more of it if they had that kind of power. Because evil tends to kind of take over. When you sort of get a bit of power, I've been seeing throughout history that someone gets a bit of power and they go too far with it. Whereas I think with abductions and stuff, and similar to cattle mutilations and like cattle abductions and stuff, it's, for my personal opinion, is that it's more a science. I do believe it is happening. I believe it's for like more of a scientific approach than anything. Because most of the time, obviously ones that we know of, they come back, they are put back, they're not like kept. Well, obviously, there's a lot of missing people and stuff where we don't know where they could have been took and kept. But a lot of cases they do come back. A lot of times they don't remember what happened, so it's like they don't want to give us that torture, keep us their memories. You have like the missing time and stuff. So I think if they were like doing it for like evil reasons, they wouldn't kind of treat you well, kind of bring you back, try and make you forget it. I don't think that would be a part of it. If it was like evil. So that's my overriding opinion on abductions.
Cheers for that. Next question carries on. Follows on from that. Do you want to read it out, Tom?
Yep.
It is from Simon.
How many abduction reports do you get in a year, Ash?
We have never had any, sadly. All the reports we've had have been just general UFO type of reports. We had one landing case, which was the one in Bolton. Apart from that, I'd love to have something like that. Obviously, I don't want it to happen to that person, but for them to come to us with it. And then, but sadly, not sadly, you know what I mean? We've not had kind of that kind of high strangeness case yet. You never know what will come. The closest we've had is a landing case, like I said, in Bolton last year.
Cool, thank you.
So, zero.
Sorry?
So, zero reports a year.
You probably get hundreds coming in now.
Bring it.
Right. Next one is from Ryan again. He's asking, do you have any reports from the East Midlands area? I'm guessing you do.
I'm just bringing
Leicester. We'll say Leicester.
Okay,
Ryan
the East Midlands is one of our kind of least reported areas.
Right.
Straight away, I was like, we don't get many from the East Midlands, and that's across the whole like Newfarm, Newfork, everywhere else. There's just not many. I think many reports
because the East Midlands is very rural. There's a lot of countryside. Because I'm in Northampton. As soon as you're out of you don't even have to be out of Northampton. But once you get into the suburbs, there's like you go down the road, like 4 or 5. It's just farmhouses, and there's you might get a little village with like 6, 7 houses in it, and that's it. So there's a lot of that than built up areas.
Yeah, definitely. And just give you kind of a quick idea of the number of reports. So in 2022, there was a total of 28 reports from the East Midlands as a whole. There's 13 in Derbyshire, like I say, quite populated Derby and around the area. 3 from Leicestershire, 5 from Northamptonshire, 7 from Nottinghamshire, and 0 from Rutland. So not many, really.
Rutland. I seen a orb in Rutland.
Did you report it?
No. Can I report it now on it? I was where I'm working now, so it'd be 4 years ago. I was on the phone to the missus. She was on her way to work, and I'm going from Northampton, going to Stamford. So you go through Rutland, and it's just long, windy roads, and there's just fields and fields, and you got the reservoir and the lakes and all that. A couple of hills, and there's like loads of like streets, like banks of trees. And I said it was this time of year because there's no leaves on the trees, and I'd started working there like September, October. I know it was a couple of months after that, and I'm on the phone to the missus. I'm like, "What's that?" She goes, "Don't know, I'm not there." Right. So I'm looking. So I had a transit van, Joe. It's got the quarter light window. Then you've got the window that goes up, like your normal window. Then you've got your windscreen. So I'm thinking, oh, it's a reflection from the passenger side mirror, bouncing into one of the windows and then going up onto the windscreen. And I'm looking, and I'm just watching this orange light. It was the shape of a car headlight. Say, I always use a Cortina. It's the old style car headlight. It's like someone's got it on a stick and they're moving it in between all the branches. It was moving really slow but very fluid between all these branches. And I'm like, as I'm pulling level, it must be about 30 seconds a minute because I could see it from quite a distance. So as I'm getting level, I thought, I'll just stick my head out the window. If I can't see it, then I know it's a reflection. So I stick my head out and it's still there. I'm like, oh, right, okay. So as I'm pulling level with the road where it was, I'm looking for some bloke in a field with a RC controller. I thought he's got a drone or something. But this is like, 7, 8 in the morning, quite foggy, really cold. I thought, no one in the right mind would be out now flying a drone and being that precise movement of it, getting it through the branches without hitting anything. Plus, you couldn't see any propellers or anything like that. As soon as I pulled level with it, couldn't see it. It's like once you got to the back, it was just not there, but it was the shape of a car headlight, and that was in Rutland.
Interesting.
Nice.
And that was 4 years ago, around November, December, on a Tuesday morning. I don't know what day it was. It's a weekday anyway. I think it was a Tuesday. Yeah, and that was just very, very strange.
How far back would you? Sorry, Andy. Sorry, man.
All right, I was just going to say there's no noise coming from it. You could hear the traffic in that. But when I pulled level to where it was, I was no more than 60, 70 foot away. So you can have that one if you want it.
Yeah, take that one.
Sorry, Tommy.
How far back would you take a report? So say someone had a report 10 years ago, would you accept that if it was?
Yeah, we accept them. Generally, we focus on kind of the current day, modern day, because again, going back to kind of why I started this, couldn't find any groups. I was looking for kind of up-to-date information, what's happening today, and I couldn't find anything. It was all what's happening in the 90s, happening in the 80s. It was all what's happening in America. I couldn't find anything that's happening like today in the UK. So that's why we kind of started to fill that gap. But we've had reports from decades ago. The oldest one we have, which I thought was really, really special, it was 1953, I believe. And the guy's in his 90s now. He's like 94, and he's in the RAF. Can't remember what the name of the base was. And he had this sighting in 1953 at an RAF base. He was an instructor at the RAF.
Yeah.
With the RAF. It's the first time I'd ever told anyone. I was like, 90-odd-year-old guy. First time I told the story from 70 years ago, nearly. This sighting. It's like, I mean, there's not much you can do, kind of investigation-wise, because you don't have, obviously, no apps or anything like that that would tell you anything from 70 years ago. He did say it did get reported to his senior, and the report was put in. So I did information requests and everything like that to try and get anything, but nothing came out of that. So we do get them from all over. We will accept them. We will kind of, like I say, when we get a report, we kind of triage it. And obviously, the most recent kind of gets priority because we can do stuff now. We can look at current data. Yeah. We can see what's happening. But we will, we do always look at they go in a database in some, with the data somewhere. We'll publish it just to get it out. I released a book this year a couple of months ago, and as I sort of going back to the current day, we have the biggest database of current day sightings. So we kind of started. So we sort of say from 2020 onwards is what our data is all based on. I released a book a couple of months ago, where it's over 100 reports that have been made to us, between 2020 and 2022. And these reports not being reported anywhere else. They're like new sightings, they're recent, it's new information. So it's kind of like, I mean, that's the book, kind of being a bit of a
shameless plug. That's fine. Hold it up.
Shameless
Pick it
plug.
up, John. I'm putting the book up in a bit anyway, so don't worry.
UK UFO sightings. If you Google, if you Amazon UFO sightings, it's like the top result that comes up. And it's full color. There's loads of pictures. It's full color, and also in this, what I do have is a section on the data. So for these 3 years, 2020, 21, 2022, look at all the data, similar to our annual report, where you just have loads of data, charts, graphs, looking at the data breakdowns, shapes, and everything based on that data. So that's what I want to do, is because there's nothing about what's happening today. So that's why we're doing it, to try and fill that gap. But we do but to answer the question in a very roundabout way, we do accept reports from anywhere in the UK. We have reports. We have received reports from international, but we do try and pass them on to someone in like that country, and from all over. So if you do have any sightings from any time, go to the website. We have a report form on the website. Quite a lot of questions, but we don't have to answer all of them. Just put in as much as basically as you can or as you want. You can upload videos and photos as well. Then you also ask you might feature in a book in the future. You give us permission to use it. But yeah. So any reports we happily accept, and we do what we can with them. Really.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Thank you. There you go.
Yeah, no, I was really proud of this book. It's it's had a lot of good feedback as well. It's just I felt like we need to fill that gap a little bit, and I think the book does, and it's all new, it's all recent, it's all like fresh information and stuff. I think it's a good reference book for anyone who's kind of interested in what's happening in the UK as well. And it's split into regions, so you can go to like Scotland or Southeast, Leicestershire. You can go and look at kind of reports on that area, split up by region and stuff as well.
Oh, right, cool. So how many of you is there working on the database? Is it all of you, or just one or two?
So the database itself is kind of just me. I'm quite anal about having it the way I want it. Because it's very, very complicated. It literally took us about 13 months to get the database online. Because I just had this information, but I was using it just for me. I didn't have it published anywhere. I was kind of using the data. I was compiling all this data, and I was writing like monthly reports. I'm like, this was seen this month, and this many UFOs in this town and stuff. People are like, where are you getting this information from? I was like, I've just got it on the computer. Like, oh, can we see it? It's like, I don't know how I can make you see it. So we took the decision to make it public. It took us a long time. Very costly. There is like a membership fee to view the database, which was a huge decision because I hate having to pay for stuff. I hate having like ads and stuff. It just doesn't sit well. And as soon as you put a price on something, people start coming out. Oh, you're making money, blah 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 blah. Like, we don't make a penny out of any of this. Like the hundreds of pounds, like the hundreds it costs to have the website up. The membership. I mean, we have membership £2 a month to basically have access to the members area, where you can see the database, and you have discounts on our events and stuff as well for £2 a month, and that doesn't even cover half of the actual running costs of UFO Identified or the thing. But we couldn't have done it without basically doing it, because the increasing cost on getting a data set up onto the website published and people to help get it up there was just couldn't have done it otherwise. But I wanted to do it. And thankfully, people do support us and stuff, which is good.
Yeah, I know. Just to put the database on a website is ridiculous. It's not like a one-off cost either. It's like it's a monthly cost.
And like, well, so we pay annual. Like, renews in January. I'm just like, oh my god, that's coming up. And every year it's even more than the last year. So yeah, buy the book and help me pay for the website.
Yeah, because when I updated the website and StreamYard, it didn't just go up a few quid; it literally doubled. And it's like, oh my god!
In fact, like the domain name and stuff, it's also always 99p for the first year, but then when you're renewing it, it's like, now it's like 4 figures instead of 2 figures and stuff. It's like, but then you've got it, you have to pay it. You can't, like, there's not really a way of not paying it. It's Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like
costs, isn't it?
with the minicon, when we first did our first minicon, our first conference in 2021.
Yeah.
We only broke even on the day by selling tea and coffee for like 50p a cup, and we literally broke even by about £2. So we made like £2 profit just by selling tea and coffee. But yeah, I get loads of comments like, "Oh, making money out of ufology. This like information should be free." It's like, yeah, but it's not free to hire venues, pay for guests to come and talk, travel expenses, everything. Like we literally broke it, and I'd wanted to give free tea and coffee and biscuits to everyone. And the girls who helped me run it were like, "You can't give everything for free. Like we can't just buy loads of milk and tea and coffee and sugar and cups. We don't have to charge like for it." I was like, right, okay. But yeah,
And it's just the way it is. It'd be better if it was all free, but unfortunately, it's not. So yeah,
that doesn't include the time we put into it, like the hours and hours and hours. It doesn't include.
Well, that's it. It's hundreds of hours of background stuff and research and all that, and organization.
Yeah,
and that's you're doing that for free because you're not getting paid for doing that, are you?
No.
Unfortunately. So I know it'd be good.
When we go and see a witness and investigation, petrol like driving up, driving 20 miles to meet the witness and stuff. That's just all out of our pockets. We do it for the love of it, like literally. And
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, times spot fame and fortune. Like about 17p a year on YouTube. Well, the thing is, with the YouTube channel, over 1,000 subs now, so you do get ads. So when the ads, if you're watching this back and the ads play, you literally get pence for people watching it. I think in the last 2 weeks, I think £1.19 just for adverts. So
better than nothing, man.
Yeah, well, that £1.19 will go towards, don't know, the next £1.19 in about 10 years. Yeah, it does though. The little bits out, but like I said, I've upgraded the StreamYard, I upgraded the website, paying for the email for the domain and all that. Yeah, it's a one-off payment of 99p for the domain, but then it goes up and up and up. So, and it all adds up. And I started working out how much it cost me a month just to do all this, and it went into triple figures. I'm like, I'm not adding any more onto it now. I just had to shut my eyes and close everything down because I didn't want to know. That wasn't everything either. So with the membership, because I do the pay membership on YouTube, I'm trying to give people stuff back. Like just for them, just say, look, thank you. I can thank you for doing the paid membership. But I'll have them like, no, we're doing it because we want to support you, and they realise how much actually goes into it. So yeah, thank you everyone that does do the paid membership, because all that just goes pretty much to StreamYard and the website, and the rest of it comes out of my broken pockets. Very broken. Anyway, moving on from that sub story, because there's definitely no sympathy in the chat tonight, I can see. Have you any questions, Tommy?
Yeah, I've got a question. Do you ever get reports from multiple people but the same sighting, and these people don't know each other? Do you ever get that?
We have done. There's really the Bolton landing. Why do I keep coming back to this Bolton landing? The Bolton landing case we had, which was the first landing case, kind of potential landing case we had a couple of years ago. So that was straight away. I was like, right, let's go on this. And one of the first things we do when we're doing an investigation is I will see if there's anything else been reported at the same time in the same area. So we'd look at the other databases, we'd look on Facebook, we'd look in local media, just see if anything else had been reported at the time. And if this case in Bolton, where the witness had stood in the bedroom window, saw a light with a beam come down behind houses and land in the forest near her house. She had then took a dog to where she thought this had landed and saw a light on the ground in these woods. So she took a video of it, started getting a bit creeped out. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. She's on her own. She's the youngest girl. So she went back home, sent me the report, sent me the video, light in the woods, described this light coming down. So it's like, okay, I've got a potential landing case. Straight away, I was like, right, who's available? Let's go investigate this right away. First thing I do is look in the other database, anything else been reported. This was in Bolton at 20 to 1 in the morning it was May 2022. So on the New Folk website, May 2022, the same date, 20 to 1 in the morning, witness in Liverpool, I saw a very similar, described it pretty much identical, of this light in the sky coming down and seemed to come down, like basically landed. So, okay, so we've got witness in Bolton, reported to me, witness in Liverpool, reported to a different database, both describing very, very similar thing at the exact same time. Obviously, Liverpool and Bolton are close, but still, 30 miles between them? Something like that. But still close enough to potentially be multiple independent witnesses. So we had potential landing case, multiple independent witnesses, a video of lights in the woods where this object had come down. So we straight away went up there, interviewed the witness on camera. She was very happy. Like I say, went in the bedroom, stood where she was stood. When you're doing these things, you're also looking for any kind of clues, anything like that. I know it's on a bookshelf. She had books about alien abduction, UFO sightings. So straight away, you're like, okay, she's got an interest in this already. So you just you keep that in, kind of stored away for if you need it. Ended up being a meteor, because then the UK Meteor Watch website, exact same time, 20 to 1, over northwest of the UK, had this meteor caught, and we had a picture of it. So that would have been seen in Liverpool, would have been seen in Bolton. So it explained the light coming down. The light in the woods ended up, when we went to that area, it's quite a rough part of Bolton. And there was evidence of like a homeless camp, there's tents, evidence of drug use in this wooded area where we went, because we went in kind of the investigation in the area where the light was seen. Evidence of drug use. So we think the light that she saw and the light that's in the video is either someone's mobile phone, like low to the ground, or something's being lit. Some sort of drugs is being lit like on the floor. So interesting case. I mean, again, like obviously it had an explanation. We could work out what it was, but just the kind of potential landing, multiple witnesses, just gives it that extra kind of okay. Let's get this out now. Another very interesting one. I still call it an open investigation. It was April 22nd, 2021, and there was 4 reports across the UK on a 3-hour period, so between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. One in Hamilton, Scotland, one in Grimsby, one in Rochdale, and one in London. So split between these 3 hours, there's 4 different sightings. All got video and photo evidence, all of a very, very similar object in the sky, all reported on in the 3-hour period across the UK. All reported to, I think it was all 2 was on YouTube, or 1 was on YouTube and 3 were reported to local newspapers. So and the good thing about our database is because I'm collecting all these sightings from all these different places, we spot these trends. Whereas if you report a sighting to MUFON, and someone else reports a sighting to Newfork, and someone else reports to Birmingham UFO Group, they're in 3 different places, so they're not getting linked together. Whereas what we do is we get all these sightings and we put them in one central place. So we're spotting these trends happening. And this 22nd of April incident, or this case, that we did a lot of looking into, a lot of investigation into it, managed to track down the people that reported it and interviewed them and everything. Without our database, if we didn't do that, these would never been kind of connected to each other. Right. But we had, so we had 4 witnesses, 4 incidents, potentially the same object. Whoever did a lot of traveling in them 3 hours. And the very, very interesting thing about this one was they were all very, I mean, the investigation reports on the website, you can read the report. But the one in Grimsby, the witness said that he was there for about 20 minutes and there was a military plane in the area at the same time. It was like, okay, straight away, flight radar, let's have a look. And there was an AWACS plane, the kind of radar surveillance plane in the area. And when I followed the flight path, it took off from, I think it's Coningsby, I think it was. Oh, yeah, Coningsby. Flew up to the east coast of Scotland, around Edinburgh, Lothian Way. Come back down. As it got to Grimsby, this was about 10 minutes after the UFO object had been spotted. It started doing like a back and forth pattern over the exact area where this UFO had been spotted. And it was there for about 15 minutes, just like doing like a surveillance type of pattern, then headed back to Coningsby. So someone's put might be Wellington, not sure. It's one nearby to Grimsby anyway. So straight away I was like, okay, I want to find out the flight path. I want to find out if that was a predetermined flight path, whether it had been diverted during its like planned flight or whatever. So I had about half a dozen back and twos with the RAF freedom of information requests, and this was less than 30 days after the sightings had all been made, after this flight had took place, and they just kept coming back with, we don't have flight data for this flight. I was like, surely you must have flight data for an RAF flight. So I was like, okay, I don't want the data, don't give me data, but was the flight pattern a predetermined path, or did it alternate from that predetermined flight path? Was it postcode Scotland, then come back, and then it got diverted to this area? It's just very, very weird how at the time of that sighting, it then flew all the way to Scotland in a straight line, kind of pretty much, and then came back, got to Grimsby, and then started doing all this back and two, and then went back to back to the Air Force Base. But they were like, yeah, no, we don't have flight data for these. They are deleted. They are discarded, basically disposed of. And I had a contact in the RAF who's an RAF pilot. So I asked him, and I'd known him for a couple of years. He used to give quite a bit of information, all but what he was, who he said he was. And I asked him, like, would they delete this flight data and show, or even exercise data or anything, like, especially so soon to it happening? Like, it was less than 30 days ago. Yeah, they've got no data. They can, or just, not even denying they've got it or saying we can't give you it. It was this data was like destroyed. We don't have that flight data. And he was like, didn't reply. And it's ghosted me ever since. I was like, wow. Over this question.
Nerve, man.
So that's just a very interesting case for potentially, could be 4 different objects. It could be the same object. I don't know. It's just very, very.
Can I ask you what the object was?
It was white, mostly white, like a bean shape, like kind of like a kidney bean shape.
All right, yeah.
So when I first saw it, I thought it was like a balloon, mylar balloon potentially. But then when he put the witness descriptions with it and with the videos, and the reports on the website, and like I've spoken to people from like balloon groups, and I suppose like heart tube balloons, all these different places, to find out, like, do you think it's this? Would it act like this? Would it look like this? And it's like, no, it wouldn't be like that. And it's just, very, very unusual case. But again, it highlights how important getting all the data together in one place so that you can spot these things. Because when I first started, obviously there's loads of groups throughout the UK, loads of different UFO groups. I reached out to all of them, well, to a lot of them, saying, I'm doing this. Do you want to link up together? If I get a sighting in like London, I can give it to a London group. We can work together. We can share our data, try and work together, build a database. And so many groups and people are just like, no, like, it's my data. Like, I don't want to share it with anyone. It's like, why? It's just why? Like, what are you doing with it? We don't do anything with it. Do you publish it? Do you investigate it? No, it's just ours. It's ours. We don't want to give it to anyone else. It's like, why? What are you doing?
I don't get that.
It's just it's so frustrating. So it's like
the paranormal world is like that in general with everything, isn't it? Like Bigfoot, like there seems to be divides in groups and stuff.
That's something else altogether.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. Because we should all be on the same side, trying to work out exactly what this stuff is.
I was like disheartened by a lot of kind of responses. I got to what F you all. I'm gonna do it ourselves. And I mean that's what we're doing now. We're in a period of expansion back end of this year. Because like we are based in the northwest and we get reports from all over. I feel like we're doing a bit of a disservice to reports that come in. I want to be able to, someone reports something in the southwest, we can investigate it properly and have an investigator down there that we can give that report to. So in the period of expansion, where in January we've got 2 people on board from different parts of the country, they're going to be like satellite hubs of like UFO identified like mini areas. And so they're like basically the investigator of that area, similar to MUFON, where they have their kind of chapters and areas. And we get a report of that area, we'll give it to that person. They can build their own team and go out investigate sightings, start their own meetings. And we have a big plan where we want to develop have a nationwide network of investigators and communities and meetings and stuff going on. And we're at the very, very early stages of this. Literally, we've got 2 coming on board back end of this year. That'll be kind of official from January. And there's a few more I'm talking to for other parts of the UK. But we have a 5-year plan basically to expand across the UK and just have this national network of investigators.
Cool.
So yeah,
watch this space.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Better make it work. That's it. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It should. If you've got this far doing it, there's no reason why it won't.
I mean, the last 18 months have been incredible. I've been blown away by the response we've had, the amount of media coverage we've had. Always getting requests from TV shows, from radio, from newspapers. We've just been featured in the big article in the GQ magazine, which is a really good article. It only just came out on the 30th of November. GQ website, massive article. And we're featured quite heavily.
Well done.
Cool. We turned down a lot of TV work. Just if we don't agree with kind of the channel or what they want to talk about and stuff. We're quite strict in ourselves with what we do and how we present ourselves on our kind of what our beliefs are, what our aims are. And this morning approached us to go on this morning a couple of years ago to go to the studio with Holly and Phil as it was at the time. And they wanted me to go on and talk about how UFO sightings had increased during lockdown. Because that's what a tabloid newspaper had been reporting, that sightings had gone up during lockdown. I said to the producer, I was like, well, I've got all the data. And actually, sightings are pretty much the same, actually a little bit lower than the previous year. So, like, you're saying UFO sightings have gone up during lockdown. I've got the data that says it hasn't. Not interested anymore. Didn't want me to be on the show. So I thought himself, let's see who they get on to go it. I won't say the person's name or whatever, but when I watched the feature, I had this person on, he's like, UFO sightings went up during lockdown. I was just like, show me the data. Where have you got this from? Or you just get yourself on TV for 5 minutes to think. But we did that a lot, where we turned down like potentially millions of people seeing our brand, seeing our work, just because I didn't want to go on and
you're going to be lying, aren't you?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I respect that, man. You're staying true to what you believe, and I respect that.
100%, definitely.
There's been some tough decisions we've made, but we like say we make that decision, we stick by it, and it's we won't ever just say stuff just to get our name out there. Like say, not many people really know about us that much, just because we're not like a Twitter ego. We're not always putting ourselves out there or clickbaiting and stuff or anything. We just do the work. This is our reports. This is our research. This is our database. This is the data. Right. This is what I think is important, not how many clicks I get on or how many followers on Twitter. So we just sort of stay away from social media side of it. Too much of the for me.
Yeah. Cool. I like that. I really do like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Might be to our detriment, like I say, potentially millions of. And then that we turned down Jamie Kyle, GB News, Russian State Telly. Wanted us, and I was like, definitely not going into Russia. But yeah, like I say, probably is to our detriment.
Wow. Well, good luck to you. Deserve it, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow, that's so good. Oh. Well, that's a lot of that proves how much hard work and research and everything you've done for them sort of groups to contact you is awesome. It really is. Well done, mate.
Cheers. Like I say, we worked with the mirror, GQ. Some people
Yeah.
we will. But when like the sun get in touch with the star, we're just like, no, like don't really
Yeah.
want to like sort of be associated with like the likes of the sun and stuff.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, the
I
mirror
know what
seemed
you
right.
best of a bad bunch.
Well, yeah.
I'd say ish. That's what someone said. I'm just repeating it. Apparently, there we go. That one, didn't I? Oh, right. Thank you so much, Ash, for coming on.
Yeah, cheers for having me. It's been fun.
Oh, it's been awesome. It really has. Cheers, Tommy. Thank you,
Thank
everyone
you,
in the chat. Next week, I have. So I'm going to be doing 3 next week, ish. So on Wednesday, there's a guy coming on called John Russell. Now, I'm not sure what he's going to be covering. I think it might be Dogman. I'm not 100% sure yet. I meant to send him some info and realised I hadn't actually done it. So it's not just you, Ash. I'm just as bad. Yeah, this is like from like about a month ago. I should have done this. So yeah, so there's that one. I am going to be interviewing Chris Evers about his new book. So I'm going to do a shameless plug now. There we go. So he did send me a copy of it. I have opened the front page because I asked him to sign it. So there we go. But I've promised him, he was in the chat, his son Kevin's in the chat as well. So cheers, guys, for coming on. I am going to be, I said I'm going to read at least, I said 2 or 3 chapters. So don't hold me to that number. It might be 1. But he's all good about it. It's just having time to do it. So that may be a pre-record that will be coming out next weekend. It just depends on what day we can do it and the times and all that. I don't want to clash with other people that are doing streams on the same day around that time as well. So, but it will definitely be out by next Sunday. And then on Friday, we've got Michelle Gray coming on. Now she's obviously female, is American. I was on Paranormal Versus, and she was on. And I'm going to do it yet again. Forget someone's name. There was a psychic on, for a medium. She's Greek, but I think she lives in Australia, and she's called Catherine or Kathleen, but I cannot remember her surname. It begins with S. So Michelle's going to come on, and she started doing. I think she's doing her own YouTube channel now as well, and she posts quite a lot on Facebook. So yeah, so another busy week. And then on Sunday, the 17th, I'm going on Alex Lovelock's The Lounge. And that's 7 till 9 next Sunday for his Christmas one. I think it's next Sunday. I'll find out. I'll find out and I'll let you know next week. But thank you so much for coming on. It's been great. And it was great to meet you as well. Really nice guy in person. So,
yeah, cheers,
absolute pleasure. Right, so we're going to end it there. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you on Wednesday, where I'll be joined by Nicole and possibly John Russell, if he ever gets back to me, if I've not messed it up. But we'll find that out as well. It's just been one of them weeks, so yeah, that's it. Right, great weekend, everyone. Thanks again, guys. Thank you to everyone that listens on podcast. Speak to you all soon, and take care and goodbye.
Nice one. Have a great evening.
Cheers. Bye-bye.